No, the whole point of Andra is that they're amazing. That's the point. The issue in the movies with Andra is that, oh man, look, this is that dangerous, like this is that too advanced.
they got this useless Andra just to put his finger into
Listen, Andy is a key. A big, huge key.
Aloha. Aloha. Wait, so is it spoilers? So we just spoil it, or?
Yeah, look, it's spoilers. Yeah, of course. I mean, look, what I'm going to say.
So basically, spoiler alerts. If not,
all right, look,
don't watch it.
Basically, all right, guys. Look, welcome to the talk back. It's been a while. I don't want to even say that we're back because we're sort of back, I suppose.
Just we're vibing, man. We're vibing, talk smack. Look, because I've got a lot to say about this film.
Do you know what
I have a lot to say about this film?
Do you know what the funny thing is? Like, I think that.
Sorry, no. What?
Romulus.
What is my Romulus? Oh, what? Romulus, then.
Look, man, I have so many things to say. Like, look, at the end of the day, this is the thing.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Do you know what happened in that film? Do you actually know this, like, the plot? Like, do you understand what happened?
Because, yeah. Basically, I mean, I know.
I didn't understand what was going on.
No.
I have to be honest.
Look, here's my thing. If Fede Álvarez came to me with that idea, I'd say thank you, and I'll throw him out the window, and say that you should never be allowed to walk in Hollywood ever again. Because if let's say he just gave you the whole love and all that, this is what happens beginning, middle, and especially that end, and this is what you're bringing it up. Like,
do you know what the thing is? Like, this is the weird thing about that film. So, I didn't know anything about this movie. I didn't see any trailers. I didn't watch any. I didn't watch anything. I saw a teaser. I saw a teaser trailer, which was like 30 seconds or something, or just tiny little thing. And when I saw that, I really wasn't interested in. I didn't pay attention to it because you know that I'm fully retired. I'm a retired man. So because I'm a retired man, I saw the trailer to that thing. I was like, look, whatever. Now the thing for me is very, very basic, and I think this is the jump off for it. Is that I don't know what the point of the film actually was. Like, I was watching, I'm thinking that does this exist? That's my overall point about it.
No,
like,
I can tell you what.
We know, but what I'm trying to say is I'm talking about narrative story-wise.
Oh no, story-wise, no.
Story-wise, I'm just looking at this thing and thinking there is absolutely.
It's pointless.
It's pointless. Like, what's the point of this?
No, because my thing is that you have to come and say, okay, this is how I want to advance the story. Because, okay, here's the thing. Just one of your points is that it's done. Once James Cameron did, like, when you watch, because it's funny, I watched Alien like about a week ago.
Aliens? Or
Alien.
Okay.
And I was like, man, how do you follow this up? James Cameron, because he's such a genius, did the only follow-up. It's done. Basically, if somebody came to me and said, oh, making an alien film, I'm like, no, you can't. Those two films, they've already done it. If, let's say, you had a gun to my head and said, no, you must make an alien follow-up, you go to their homeworld.
Well, no, you know what?
Because there is nothing, the mystery is done. The facehuggers is done. The chest, all that is done.
Yes.
You do that, so the only other story is you go to their homeworld. No other story exists.
This is the thing. Well, there's a couple of things you could do.
Oh, the thing there's other side you can
hope that. Things you could do. I'll tell you about that a bit
later.
Okay. Now, you see, this is the thing, right? The first film, and let's get real. Let's get serious. Because that's the reason why people are actually on this, they've come to hang out on Talkback.
Top Smack.
We know, listen, see, the thing is, I'm not actually going to look at any other people's thoughts or reviews because we know what everybody else is going to be saying.
I'm not, I mean, I'm not reviews, but I'm not
looking at anybody else's thoughts because I already know what people are going to say when I watch that.
Yeah.
Now, guys, listen to me very, very carefully for everybody who's actually on this broadcast because it's important. It's finished. Like Hollywood, the films is over. Because when I go and watch that, I'm thinking to myself that the amount of money that they must have spent on this thing, like just the sheer amount of funds that must have gone into that. And on a base level, like you're saying, you're wondering that to me is they should just recall it baby alien or teen alien.
No, it's
or
no. It's teen. It's not another teen alien.
That's what I'm saying.
Not
That's what I'm
another
saying.
teen
Because that is what it was. Because when I was looking at this, I was saying that, look, first movie is a masterpiece. And I've actually said it to you. I've said it to other people that it's better than Aliens. Everybody's like, no, Aliens is better.
Aliens director's cut. No, that's what
I've seen the director's cut. I watched it here. I watched it here. I saw it here.
Is the best.
No, it's not. No, it's not. So no, it's
we
not.
agree to disagree.
Okay, which one I'm saying? We agree to disagree. Alien is better than Aliens. Okay, now Alien is a masterpiece, and a lot of the things that was amazing about Alien is the fact that when you go into that movie, you don't know what you're going to see. You've never seen anything like this before. So when that group went to rescue, because when we watched it, forget about you. When even you didn't take this. When I watched that thing on Betamax, I watched that film. I didn't see a trailer for it. Can you imagine watching a movie like that where you don't even know what is going to happen? I watched that movie, and I remember watching it and thinking, what is a space movie? We've seen space movies by that point, with a crew. We've seen that.
How many space movies were there? Because there was Forbidden Planet.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We've seen
Westworld.
We've seen what was that? Star Trek. We've seen a ship with people in space.
Okay, yeah.
My point is that not like this,
and not with that level of the design.
So you go and the Geiger thing and all that sort of stuff. You go and you watch a movie like that. And I was watching that movie, and I remember that every step of the way is mystery. It's a surprise. It's new, and as it's happening, you are discovering things for the first time, okay? That's the brilliance of it. And it's a slow burn movie. It's not like jump. Let me give you an example. How many jump scares are there in part one? They're not a lot.
And I think, just because it's actually very cool to say, because it's connected to this movie. So Fede Álvarez, he's known as a horror director. Horror is his thing. Yeah. The biggest mistake people make about Alien, it's not a pure horror film. It's horror, sci-fi, drama, mystery.
It's drama.
It's not a horror film.
It's a thriller.
Like I said, there are not that many jump scares.
It's a horror thriller. Do you know that I'm watching Romulus and every scare is a jump scare?
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there going like, okay, when's the next boom, ding, dunk.
And there's something drops in behind.
Oh, yeah,
what's behind one thing?
Dunk, bang.
No, it's not.
Listen, it's happened at the very end of the movie. How are you going to do that as the last thing is a jump scare? You remember that? Spoilers, guys, spoilers. Yeah. When she's hanging on the rope thing and then the thing on her helmet.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
You know that when that happened, even the music tricked you. The music began to be like, okay, we are finished, we are finished. Dunk. And I'm like, come on, for goodness sake. And the reason why jump scares are messed up? Should I tell you why they're messed up?
Why?
Because when you know it's going to happen, it's killed it. You can't watch that again. That's why a jump scare works when you don't know it's going to happen.
No, that's all. Yeah.
Once you know it's going to happen, once you've seen it that first time, when you rewatch the movie, the jump scare part is gone.
Yeah.
The beauty of Alien 1 is that it's not a jump scare movie. So every time you watch that film, it is as creepy as the first time.
Because it's a well-made film.
And it's atmosphere. It's the characters, it's the thing. So you're not watching it because of the jump scares. Like, man, remember let me give you one of the craziest scenes. Do you know one of the craziest scenes in all of Alien is not actually in Alien, it's in Aliens. It's in James Cameron. One of the craziest, two of them.
Yeah, with the Queen.
No! This is the one that I think is the wildest. Remember when Newt falls into the sewer and then the alien stands up behind her?
Oh, yeah.
That is one of the most mind-bending things I've ever seen. And you know why it's so crazy? It's real. It's a guy in a suit.
No.
It's a thing.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
No,
the second one, wait. Yeah. Let me just, because I'm in a roll, let me just get to the end of the roll, then I'll keep quiet. Then another one is like when, what do they call it? Hicks puts his head up into that vent, right?
Yeah.
And then all those aliens start calling.
Yeah.
You know that this man, Fede, ripped that off in this movie. And he ripped up a whole bunch of things that we're going to talk about. When I saw that, remember when he was looking and you see those aliens crawling in Romulus?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, how are you going to take one of the most iconic scenes?
It's theft. And also, that's a big reason. But
okay, go on.
Here's the thing. Let's be friendly. Let's actually be fair.
No. No, because the movie is not bad. I never said it was bad.
You don't know, but from this point of view,
Never said it was bad.
we're not asking you to be as good as Alien or an Aliens. And for me, when I watch a film, I'm not one of those guys saying, "Oh, that was not as good as Aliens or Aliens." So I am watching a film from the basis. But Fede, I can't give you credit when you are ripping off so much from Alien and Aliens. Here's the thing: Alien 3 wasn't great.
No,
It wasn't great.
but it was different.
But at least you were trying to do stuff. Because I watched, I was born like this Alien, just looking at the behind the scenes of Alien. And obviously, there was a lot of messed up stuff that happened on that production.
I watched that documentary.
Yeah, like the film that Fincher wanted to make was not the film that got made based on what he did. But even as problematic as Alien 3 was, he still brought something that was new and fresh.
Yeah.
Bro, this whole thing is like, the heart of this film is Bilbo Baggins. Bilbo Baggins is like the main...
Well, Bilbo's mouth was messed up in the CGI, though.
You don't... Okay, why couldn't they use prosthetics?
I don't know.
Why did they use CGI for that?
That was what I was looking at. I said, do you know that? Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Have hope. Do you know that based on how Bilbo was in this movie, right?
Yeah.
You could easily have put the actor into a thing because it's half and then put him into...
but he's quite old though, so...
But you can de-age him. Oh, you know what? You know what you could have done?
Prosthetics.
Have hope. No, it's better than that. Have hope. Check it out. I was watching T1 recently.
Yeah.
The regular one,
Oh, yeah.
You see his robot head.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's a robot.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
But it's better than CGI.
It's better. Like,
Even as rubbish as it is, it's better than CGI.
Because it's an android.
It's an android.
And when something is real, you're gonna have a closer connection because that whole it's pushed me off because of like the marketing.
It was off. It was off.
No.
It was off.
Nasty.
They should have. Do you know what's so crazy? Had they used a animatronic thing, that thing is one of the best things in the movie.
100%.
Because it's the fact it's not good that makes it good. That's what that guys don't understand.
That's where a director is not thinking. Is that in his mind he's like, oh, there's no look good. We have to not make it look good. But no, if you actually use animatronic and it looks a bit junky and awful, it's actually adds to the elements.
Let me tell you that that thing took me out of it, man. Took me out of it. But
when can we talk about? And
we will. That's why I said that we're going.
Yeah.
You've been on talk. Let's talk back. Now, listen, right? Part 1 was that, right? No jump scares. You hadn't seen it before. How does James Cameron come back? You can't do the same thing again.
You can't.
So when he made part 2, it's like, we know the aliens are there. We know everything about these things. It's on this planet. We have a colony there, and we have lost contact with the colony. You were on that ship. We found you now. You know about these things. You come with us because we are going there to go and collect blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
There is no mystery in part 2.
The mystery is gone.
There's no mystery. So for us as the viewer, we're going on a different kind of ride now. Like this is like a commando rescue mission going into find some blah, 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 different movie. So when you go
there's no what is this or who is this? No. And also, again, just want to know, correct me if I'm wrong, because I watched Aliens some time ago. Were there any face huggers or chest busting in Aliens?
Aliens? No, I don't know. No, there weren't. No, it's no. They didn't do that. No, because they didn't need to do that. They didn't need to do that, as far as I remember.
Because I'm pretty sure that
but
there are no face huggers or there was no chest busting thing in Aliens. I'm pretty sure there wasn't, because it just goes to the point of like, I have to try and do something.
Should we check that? Was there a chest buster? Let me check.
Yeah, but okay, I don't think there was.
I don't think so.
And I don't think, I'm pretty sure there was not a chest buster. I'm pretty sure there was no face hugger. Because, bro, the amounts of face huggers I saw in this film, basically,
they were like cockroaches.
So basically, it's
they should have.
It's face hug.
They should have got fleets, raid. They should have given them like alien raid. Because it got to a point. It got to a point.
Like, as I faded, this is ridiculous.
It got to a point that I said that this is a job for Orkin. Have you heard of Orkin?
Oh, yeah.
Where they come in fumigators.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, there's hundreds of these things.
It's ridiculous.
Wait. Yeah, they do. Hold on. These creatures. Oh, no. Yeah.
They are facehuggers?
Yeah.
And is there...
Yeah, no. So, yeah, this is how I remembered it. So, very, very unique way of doing it. They don't do the thing in the movie. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
They're there. So they encounter the thing, but we already know what they do.
Okay. Yeah.
So in Aliens, remember that thing where the woman was cocooned, like she was partially still alive? So
Yes.
So you could see the aftermath and the things that what had happened.
But we actually see the actual
thing happening.
No.
Yeah, we see these things.
And there's no chest busting.
I don't believe so.
No.
But the point is that was not what the movie was about.
Yeah.
You know, and the reason why is because James Cameron and the thing is like they are making this is the point. To put it simply. Listen, Alien 1 was not made to be a sequel or a prequel to anything. It was a movie. Aliens was a sequel to a movie, but was not designed to have a part 3.
No.
See what I'm saying?
No.
So Aliens existed because of the success of part 1, but it had to stand alone because it wasn't made as if there was going to be a part 3. Romulus is made categorically as a piece between part 1 and a link to Prometheus and other films, which made no sense to me whatsoever, because if you watch Prometheus, the way that Prometheus' story was, plus Covenant, it's almost like Romulus is like retconning Covenant. So like, say, okay, let's pretend that Covenant never happened.
Yeah.
And we're going to take what happened in Prometheus and act like Prometheus is now canon and so is part 1. And then fit this movie between that so that we can make a whole bunch of movies before Aliens. Because remember that Aliens happens 57 years after part 1.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to make Romulus and a whole bunch of movies in between. Because remember that they're going to make...
Okay, so Aliens is between Alien and Aliens? Or it's after Alien and Aliens?
You mean Romulus?
Yeah. So Romulus takes place after Alien and Aliens, but before Prometheus?
No, it's after Alien, before Aliens.
Oh, it's before Aliens?
It has to be, because they're going to Nostromo.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Why would they see Ash there? Ian Holmes' character, Bilbo. Bilbo is from part 1.
Yeah, Bilbo.
So what happened to Ripley? What happened to Ripley's alive? Yeah. No, you know what? Ripley's alive. They don't know she's alive when they get here in Romulus because she's floating in space somewhere. They don't find...
No, do you know what these idiots are going to do? Oh my God.
What?
This obviously is going to make money because the world is trash. Part 2, they're gonna bring in Sigourney.
How?
Actually, no.
They can't. No, because they find that
aliens. Okay. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that Sigourney Weaver right now in the timeline of Romulus is floating in space somewhere, and they don't even know she's alive. What I couldn't understand about this when I was watching it, this is what I didn't get. I didn't understand how all those aliens were in all those pods.
Yeah, but wait.
And they were keeping all... I didn't understand it.
Was that Bilbo? Because I think Bilbo was saying something.
Yes.
So did he do that?
This is what I believe happened. Bilbo is an android. So you know how they make them in sets. No, they make them in sets. So basically, Andy has many of Andys. So obviously, Bilbo has many Bilbos. You know, the Ash character.
Yeah.
So this is another. It's the same model, but another unit of the Ash android that obviously went to the Nostromo after Ripley's SOS and situation happened. They went to the Nostromo to try and control the... See what I'm saying? Because Ash, the first Ash who got killed and burnt by the original Nostromo crew, already told his bosses at Wayland Yutani that they had this thing, and his new directive was to retrieve the alien. So they knew. You see what I'm saying? So what has happened? But you see, why are we doing all this work? Why am I piecing all of... How am I going to come and watch a film that I have to go and do crib notes? You see what I'm saying? That's the problem, because I'm looking at this, I'm saying that when I was in the cinema watching this, I said, you know what? I needed to have actually really rewatched all of those films to actually understand this. Because coming to this thing cold, having not seen those films in so long, there's so much about this.
I think, look, see, the question asked to Fede Álvarez is so you're saying that the only new thing you're bringing to the table is what happens if a human and an alien genome come together. you get something. Remember, is it Extermination?
The game.
Yeah, PS2.
I couldn't finish that game. You know that last boss was unkillable.
He looked like the last boss in Extermination.
This is what happens.
Like that's his PS2 graphics.
That was PS3 minimum. That was PS3, PS4 graphics.
No, PS3. That's not PS4.
That's PS4.
That's PS.
That's PS4.
That's PS3.
That's PS4.
Like no. The moments where it looked like PS4, the moments where that look like PS3.
Nah. You remember what PS3 is solid? Is Snake Eater, Snake 2,
and that's looked like PS3.
That is better than.
Have you seen Uncharted on PS3? Uncharted is
no. I know Uncharted on PS3. Those graphics of that thing in Romulus is at least the quality of like MGS4. Minimum. Come on, man. Look, I know that you want to insult it, but
okay. Let's just say is that why couldn't you get a 7 foot tall person and do makeup and everything?
Yeah, but
why did it have to be CGI? Yeah, but it looks stupid.
Yeah, no. Listen, once you've actually already gone down that road, remember how the architects looked in Prometheus?
Yeah, like that.
Remember how those guys looked?
The first image, I was like, what the hell? Like, that was the first thing that you saw that film. You're like, what in the hell?
This brings me on to something that we need to talk about. Sir Ridley. You see, young whippersnappers do not understand who Sir Ridley is.
Didn't he okay?
No, we know that. But remember, he okayed Blade Runner 2049. And
because he knows it's true.
See what I'm saying? That man is a very sneaky man because he's allowing all of these people to go and do things. So people really understand
how good he is. Because as useless as a film is, it's only make his film even greater. Let me shift that a little more.
I'm telling you that people don't understand what Sir Ridley is. Like, we're never going to see another guy like that. We're never going to see. That's man's artistry. The scripts and the storylines are what they are. And that's what the issue has been with all of those films. Covenant, Prometheus, Napoleon, Gods and Kings, all of this sort of
stuff. Basically, on YouTube, guys, go on YouTube and I think it's an hour and a half. There's a Prometheus behind the scenes of an hour and a half. This guy, he's drawing the stuff. He's literally right there with pen and paper drawing, like, because so many people said it's like he is a real artist.
He's an actual artist. He's an actual artist. So he's a man that if he wasn't making films, he'd be doing exhibitions. Listen, the things in Prometheus, I watched Prometheus back to back twice in the cinema. I watched it today. I went back 2 days later. Yeah, but the artistry in that movie.
No. That's why Prometheus frustrates me. So actually, it took me years to watch it the second time because I was so angry after the first time. Because like it potentially could have been a classic, but because of that moron Damon Lindelof, he ruined what's going to be an amazing film.
It is sort of a listen. Prometheus is not that bad. When I watched Romulus, it made me remember. I already knew that Prometheus wasn't that bad. I've been saying it for years. But when I watched Romulus, I said, man, this shows that you've got a film that has taken things from Aliens. Remember when she's wearing Ripley's clothing? When she had that gun around her neck, remember she was going into the alien place?
It's a rip-off. I
was like, this is literally... They even have a scene, when she's like this and the alien is coming close to her face. Yeah. That's the most iconic thing out of Alien.
It's basically...
How the hell are you going to put that in a movie?
James Cameron should sue.
It was ludicrous.
James Cameron should sue.
The thing where the people are hanging in the things and all this stuff. I'm like, guys, I'm looking at this stuff and saying, you see, this is where the fans have to take accountability for this. The reason why a lot of fans are going to be jumping and doing backflips about this is because your nostalgia is being used against you. Like they did with Star Wars Force Awakens. And it took years for people to realize how rubbish that was. Your nostalgia is being used against you. You're sitting there looking at classic films being ripped off instead of you getting something genuinely new. And you're going to go, this is so fantastic. I'm like, no, the reason why you're saying it's fantastic is because of the originals. And in 18 months from now, you're going to be going back to the originals, not this. Because you have to remember, and again, as we talked about it being not another teen alien movie, teen aliens, kiddie aliens, baby aliens. I just call it baby aliens, basically, because this is the issue. The strength of Alien 1 and Aliens is the characters, okay? the reason why the characters are so good is that you've got seasoned veteran actors who have character in their faces, character in their performances, character in their... You have a quote.
You know, I watched it again. I'm so angry that about that woman. He should have survived. He would have survived.
He's black, though. He can't survive. It's the 70s.
If he had just born, but the fact that he survived, he was the final three.
He wasn't supposed to be there. That's why I was like...
But the fact that he was the final three. Because nobody's actually, when can we get to Andy?
We're going... leave that first. Listen.
Because Andy...
You messed up my thread. What was I saying?
Andy's links to Yaphet's Koto.
Oh, yeah. But what was I saying?
Oh, no, I think we're talking about all of these films. And like... No. He was also really... This is with Sarah Ridley.
Yes, but I was saying something... Oh, man, you messed me up. Anyway, look. The thing about it is this, right? You've got these... See, you messed me up. I forgot my thread.
Fede Álvarez.
This is the thing, and I don't want people to get this wrong.
Oh, my God.
There's the difference between a bad film, you know, where the movie is rubbish, is trash, and something where...
Theft!
This is not... The film is not like it's bad. That's not the point. No. You know, because Alien, AVP, Requiem, Alien 4, those are bad. You know what I mean? Covenant.
Last Jedi.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in the Alien franchise. Covenant, those are bad, you know. This is not bad. The thing about it is that what you've got is essentially a teen alien film. And what I mean by a teen alien film is that when you make the mistake of appealing to... Oh, this is what I was saying about characters. Those adults had character. That's the reason why they were memorable. That's the reason why you remember them. And, you know, you form connections with them. They have experience and so on, what I saw now. When you go the teen route, there are only certain things young people have experienced in their lives. So when you're doing a story about teenagers, there are only so many things these teens would have ever seen for you to make a story about them. So when you're seeing them, it's going to be some love thing where somebody's in love with somebody. There's going to be a teen pregnancy. There's going to be things like that.
There's no depth to the characters.
There can't be, which is the reason why you always try and counterbalance a teen or a teen group in a film with some adults. In order for the adults to be there to counterbalance the teens. If you have a film that everybody's a teenager, you get Hunger Games, you get Divergent, you get all these like, you know, this sort of Twilight. That's what it's like Twilight. Because as an adult watching it, I'm like, this is an alien film. But you've got these kids like everywhere. And the thing is, and this is the main point of that. When you have the kids and you're appealing to kids are ephemeral in their loyalty to things. They like the film today until Fast 11 comes or 12 or 15 comes out or whatever else is going to
come. No. But my thing is that the reason why he picks teen is because of the kind of director that he is. Because he's a director he's mainly a horror director and it's about,
There are horror films for adults too.
Most horror films are for teens.
No, they're not. What are you talking about?
The standard horror
You're talking about those kind of horror films. You're talking about those types. There's a particular kind of horror film like Scream and all this sort of stuff.
Most horror films that come out.
Yeah. They're not for teens.
No. What is the principal cast? It's mostly teens.
No, they're come on. The entire cast stands filled with teens. There's adults. Usually with all those horror films, there's parents and the kids are in there. And there's an adult group and then the kid group, where the kids really understand more than the adults do about what's going on. Everything from even Lost Boys. There's always adults in it. Listen, adults have to be in it to give you some counterbalance. Otherwise, it's just a teen movie. This was a teen movie. That's the reason why there's no balance in it. I'm just watching, I'm like, as an adult looking at this, I'm thinking that, man, this is the sort of thing that I should have just, you know, in the cinema what I was in, which I should never go to that place anymore, but I had to because it was cheap. Cinema I was in, there was a bunch of teenagers who just came in to be on their phones and just talk and whisper.
I don't know why you go there. Again,
what I'm saying,
we don't need to reveal where it is, but I don't know why you went.
I know, but the reason why I'm saying that is that that's what the film is. That's why they're there. A proper alien film, those kids will not be there. They're not going to be there. Is it stopped? A proper alien film, it's not going to be a kiddie thing. Because I was looking, do you know what I was looking for? When they were doing like because I didn't know what the rating was. And I said, man, this is a 15. I was like, damn, man, it's an alien movie that's a 15. So I was already like, all right, there's certain things that are not going to happen in this film, period. But as I said, the issue you have is that when the movie is filled with kids, there's a lot that you can't do. But then the kids themselves, it gives you license for the kids to do some of the stupidest things you've ever seen in your life. There were characters in this film, like that annoying guy, Bjorn, or whatever his name was. I couldn't wait for him to die.
Bjorn. Wait, in this film?
Yes, in Romulus, the guy who hated... and
Oh.
I was like, what kind of character is this?
That guy was from the road in the East End.
It was East 17.
They grabbed that guy from a pub. And
East 17, whatever you want to call him.
No, because I'm like, okay, wait, what are you? Like, what? Basically, what are you?
He was there to be annoying, to be antagonistic, and also, and this is the key, his main function in this film was to make bad things happen. Every decision he made screwed things up. So therefore, I'm looking at this and saying that you see the difference between this and Alien and Aliens? When people in Alien did things that turned out badly, in the moment, you could understand why they might have made that decision. You see what I'm saying? In Alien 1, they're not going to leave him behind when he had the facehugger on because they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
They bring him on, and then when they take the facehugger off, you look at him, he looks fine, you don't know what's going on. Then you bring him out, and then the thing comes out of his chest, you still don't know what's going on. Sorry.
Several times.
Look, man.
It's
on the edge.
Yeah.
Okay? You still don't know what's going on.
No, he's the guy. But see, there was not a single memorable character in this whole thing, and also the desperation to make another Ripley. It's like you're trying so hard.
Let's not leave. Hold that point. Let's not get away from this.
Let me just talk about Andy.
Yeah, but we're going to get there.
Okay. He was a moron.
But the point I'm making is this: in part one, the characters, you understood why they made those decisions.
Every character made because it's Kota Harrington did Stanton. They're there because they want to get paid. I think it's Tom Skerritt. He is the leader and the thinking of the whole thing. Well, there's the other lady who I forgot what her job was.
She was the engineer.
The engineer, the science worker, and Ripley was. What's her role again? Was she science or was she? Yeah.
The thing,
but everybody had a very specific professional role, and the kids they were all professional.
What's on that pizza?
So there's just chicken and
I can't get the pizza.
Jalapenos. Huh?
And then bring. Yeah, but bring the and also there bring the there's coconut water. No, actually apple juice. You can just bring the bottle. That's fine.
Well, so you're just staring at the camera. So anyways, then you're going to click on talking.
Cheers. All right. Let me... All right, so... Dad. What was I saying? Basically, look. What was I saying before you left?
No. Oh, you're talking about Bjorn. Oh, no, the characters. So how good the characters are in other films?
Oh, damn. So basically, the characters never made a decision that was messed up just for the sake of being messed up. You could understand why they did it. Because even in part 2...
And that's my issue with Prometheus.
No, exactly. In part 2, in Aliens, right? Those soldiers, the way that the soldiers were behaving is like, of course they're going to do that. They're soldiers, they're Marines. Why are they going to listen to some lady who is a civilian doctor or whatever the hell she is? telling them what they should and shouldn't do. Every decision that was made in Aliens made sense. So that, and remember, once Hicks realized that this woman was better than, he was listening to her.
But it no makes sense to the character.
Yeah, it's like at the point that, and listen, James Cameron is the king of female action heroes, so we know that. Look at how he made that woman an action. By the time that she started shooting people, I was with it. I was with it because I'm sitting watching Aliens and thinking that, you morons, could you listen to what she's telling you? Nobody would listen to what she was saying, which is beautiful because that's what it would be like in real life. The problem with this, right, is that you go into the movie, and this is the issue that they had even in other films. You know, from the beginning of this movie, I knew that she was going to make it.
Who?
Romulus. What's her name? Rain. From the beginning of the film, there was no danger because I said, no, you want to make another Ripley. So this woman is not going to die. She's going to survive this entire thing. She's going to get to the end. The only question I have now is how many of them will survive with her? From the beginning. Second thing, from the second this movie started, I said, they're going to go into a ship. They're going to release aliens. Somebody's going to have a facehugger. There's going to be a chestburster. And they're going to be fighting against an alien running around the ship. I hadn't seen a trailer, by the way. No trailer. That's exactly what happened. When you're in that position, you're screwed already because what it then means is that people are not there to have an experience anymore of something new. They're just there to get a fix of alien.
You're just going through the motions.
Going through the motions. For me, when I saw Bjorn, everything he did didn't make sense. I'm like, Bjorn, let me ask you a question. Why exactly are you going to try and run away with that woman by yourself? Like, why are you doing that? Second of all, when you somehow miraculously manage to survive that first attack, your smart move is to go and electrocute the alien with a stick. And when the alien hasn't fully been, and he's melted your stick.
And he's like, he's low. Are you sure they're there? Are you there?
And then after the thing, he's just lying down on the floor and then going, ooh. I'm just thinking like that. It just doesn't make any sense. It's illogical. And the thing is, when I saw that, I said, oh, no, you know what? This guy's function within this entire story is to have a reason for things happening. Similarly, that woman who was pregnant, why did you inject yourself? For what? Like, why did you do that?
It's like, didn't they tell you that?
They told you, don't do
that because it's just risky.
It's like, oh, she thought she might die. So you're going to try something. When you see alien, listen, have hope. There's aliens running around. You've seen facehuggers. You've seen a monster. You've seen all of that. And your smart aleck idea is to inject yourself with something that you don't even know what it is when you're pregnant.
I mean, basically, it's very lazy writing. Because lazy writing is, we're going to make a character dumb so that he can be the catalyst to make things happen. Rather than, no, the characters are competent, but they're just going up against something truly formidable. That's what you do with it. No, these are Marines who are good at their job, but you're going up against something amazing. These are professionals who know their job, but they're going to do something they've never faced before. But you just want that there's no, we're just going to make these characters extremely stupid. When can we talk about Andy? Can we talk about Andy now?
Listen, Andy saved that film. He saved it. Because he was mistreated so much. And in spite of him being mistreated, at the beginning of that film, I said, am I seeing the Green Mile here?
I wanted to walk out.
Am I seeing Green Mile, Radio, Blind Side?
It's worse. Okay. Let me do it. So, Alien, Ian Bilbo is the science officer.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens, Lance Henriksen, I think he's a science officer as well.
Sure.
Prometheus, Michael Fassbender, I think he's a science officer as well.
He's the most smartest guy.
So the three androids, they're the most
smart.
The
black guy starts out as a dummy.
Do you know? Remember what Bjorn said? You were trash that was discarded. you were trapped. And here's the thing. See, for me, doing my very small stints at acting, this is what people misunderstand. That guy is a pretty good actor. He's not great, but he's pretty good. What he's saying is bad direction. Fede Álvarez, why are you telling your actor to stand like this and look at this? And why are you telling him to... It's like, it is so on the... Let's see, the first scene, I was like, well, yeah, it's an android. Because I'm like, why is he acting like this?
No, because it was broken, it was messed up. That was why. That was the point. He was damaged.
So meaning in the very... So
at the beginning, yeah, it was damaged. That was the point for the best part of the movie. He was acting slow because he was damaged. He was faulty. That is why when they put that other person into him, it fixed him. That doesn't change what you said. No. They created a situation in the story.
Why do you create that situation?
They created a situation in the story that you have to put a white man into the black man's body.
Because when that happened, I was like...
He said that.
Yeah.
He said that, yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. When I was in the cinema, because I didn't want to say it too loudly because I was actually groaning out loud. I was just like, wait a minute. This guy was like, until they put Bilbo Baggins, a white man, into him, this guy was smart. He was up straight. He was looking left, looking like this guy was... like, the optics are ridiculous. And also, anybody who says that, oh no, it's not reaching.
How was that reaching?
That is not... Anybody that says you're not reaching, it is ridiculous.
Sample.
It's ridiculous.
In 2024, how does anybody write? Oh, forget about the writing. You cast a black man to play a character that is going to be visibly slow
and docile.
And the only mission he has is to protect a white woman and do what is best for her. That is his directive.
Crazy. That is crazy.
His directive of life is to do not what is right for him or anybody else, what's right for her. She has to tell him at the end, no, do what is right for us. Do you know what I thought she was going to say?
Yeah.
Do what's right for you.
That's what I thought.
She said us.
No, but again, quickly. Fede Álvarez, you saw Bilbo, you saw Lance Henriksen, you saw Bilbo, you saw Lance Henriksen, you saw Michael Fassbender. Why did you cast a black guy and create a situation where he looks like a dog?
My point is that.
And acts like a dog.
My point is the casting, because maybe that's what the script was. My issue is that once that's the story you want to tell, it can't be black.
No, he can't be black, no.
Because of the optics.
The optics are ridiculous.
You cannot have a movie where a black guy is running around trying to protect. What was Fearn doing? What was the only thing that Fearn cared about in Force Awakens?
Crazy, sweating.
So we've had major franchises where the black dude...
You know, he blocked me.
John Boyega blocked you?
Yeah.
Why? What did you say?
I said that, bro, I think I tweeted, man, I hope that you're not just going around just being like a side piece for this, white lady and everything, and then he then blocked me.
Where did you say that for? Which one?
Before Force Awakens kick him up. And he blocked me. And long term, I said, I was right. Oh no, it made sense. But long term, I was proven right. Oh no, here's the thing. Look, I feel so sorry for that guy because he's a good actor, and you're right. He was the best actor in that whole thing.
In Star Wars.
No, Romulus.
No, and yeah,
because it was best actor.
I mean, yeah, and home, but
no, so that doesn't count. That doesn't count. He was the best actor. Because, and also I don't know what her name is. The Rain lady.
She wasn't bad at all.
No, she was fine, but it's too ripply. So
it's too much. The problem is that
she's a good actor.
She was good.
She is a good actor. The best actors were actually. It's funny. They were two best actors. They were two best.
That's what I'm saying. That they were lucky that they got her because a less capable young actress, that entire thing falls apart. She at least kept it watchable.
But see what's going against her again
is the story.
No. It's casting. She looks like a little girl. She's acting.
I don't mind that. No. Do you know what? Like I said, it is the counterpoint. Had there been some adults involved that could counterbalance her situation, and also the narrative, she cannot become an action person through, you're a minor, for God's sake, you know?
See, so that's why, because I didn't buy that. Like, obviously, based on what the story was and where she was from and what you look like, I'm like, how do you go from that to now you're not like...
but the thing is that you can't miss. That's why they did... Again, it's like you're twisting the story to make what you want to happen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do we make a minor a crack shot against aliens? Have a device where the gun that you're using, you can't miss with.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. Because otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense. But you are so determined that you're going to have that whole sequence happen that you go out of your way to... Let me tell you this. Alien 1, it was one alien, one xenomorph. And they made that thing, that was crazy to kill that one xenomorph. Yeah, one xenomorph. In Alien 2, there were many. And that is the reason why that movie was crazy, because you knew what one could do.
Yeah.
This was many against
Marines.
Proper Marines.
Yeah, these are Marines.
Like, these are guys who are trained to kill. And they know what they're fighting.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They went into Aliens knowing what they were going to be fighting. Yeah. So that they're already prepared. They have the guns for it. They have all the machinery. They have all the gear for it. And they still lost. This thing, I'm like, you don't even know what you're going to be fighting. You've gone into a situation where you're basically worse off than the Nostromo in terms of personnel.
Yeah.
But you're fighting more than the Nostromo fought. You're fighting more than Ripley fought.
Basically, not another teen alien.
So it doesn't make any sense. It's like you can't escalate things to this level. But the thing is that you're between a rock and a hard place because you have to. Because you're making something that is like, we've got to one-up these other films. So for that reason, you've got to make things happen that don't make sense. Because let me tell you this, right? When I saw that thing with Andy at the beginning, honestly, like I said, Green Mile, Radio, Blindside, what are we missing? There's so many.
That's also the main ones.
What about Color Purple?
Force Awakens, Driving Miss Daisy. Force Awakens.
No, Force Awakens, yes. No, but I'm talking about the one where the black guy is slow as well, on top of...
no, Blindside.
Yeah, that's one of the...
Blindside is key.
Listen, Green Mile is one of the worst. That's one of the worst.
Yeah. No, Blindside is the worst. Blindside is the worst.
No, Green Mile because they killed him.
Blindside. No, I don't know how that guy could function.
No, but Blindside is
I remember Blindside. He's a human being.
Yeah, it's actually a person.
That's not an android. That's a human being.
Yeah, but the Green Mile, they killed the guy. Like, this is the thing, right? Directors and writers and everybody involved in Alien Romulus, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's 2024. You know what they're going to hide behind now? All the fans and people are going to say, "Oh, you're race baiting. You race baiter.
No.
You can't. You're never.
Reaching.
You're never happy with anything. You can't be grateful." And that's why this is messed up, because people will process it that way. Because do you know what? There is no wise person watching that film that will not be thinking that.
Okay. Let me say. Okay, look at this right now. I was in the cinema, and because it was like a small cinema as well, with recliner chairs, and I think that there were probably like a lot of white people there. So there was one moment in the film where like he basically makes that face of like, I actually heard people laugh. I'm sorry. You are lying to yourselves if you're looking at some of those scenes and you're like, this is ridiculous.
They made this guy ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
As you've said.
Again, sorry, quickly. It's like, again, this is the thing of like, even in my small film experiences, like, it's directing. Because the director is saying that I want you to more of that face.
No, you're going too far. Once the script has asked for that, once the story has asked for that, that is what... So yes, he could have maybe told it up, but the point is you're supposed to be acting slow because your programming is messed up. My problem is the actual story. Why... You know, you are the one who made the points. Why are you messing up your own point? The point is, when have we seen an android behave like this before, ever? I've never seen it before.
You know, I'm actually kind of like, has an android ever been... Okay, here's the thing.
Which one?
No.
Has there?
No, but I'm saying, this is what that's Andy before Bilbo Baggins got put into him. That is the most useless android I've ever seen in my life. And I said this to myself, you know what? Because I've watched a lot of sci-fi films. That is the most useless.
It's rubbish.
And seriously, put it this way. I don't mean any offense here. Where they found Andy, there's a reason.
They should have left him in the wrong.
There's a reason why, because this android is useless. Because look, guys, think about all the 7 films you've seen. An android can do something.
No,
there's something.
The whole point of androids is that they're amazing. That's the point. The issue in the movies with androids that, oh man, look, this is that dangerous, like this is that too advanced.
they got this useless android just to put his finger in table.
Listen, Andy is a key. A big, huge key. Listen, man. Look, listen. Andy's whole purpose is to open doors. Like, that's it. They're like, listen, come on, open this door. And do you know what the sickest thing is? Do you know what the sickest thing is about Andy? Is that when he opened the door, the guy, what was that guy? The Tyler guy, whatever his name is, was like, good, Andy, good job. Andy.
Yeah.
They were congratulating him for putting his finger in
messed up.
No,
guys, I'm sorry, like,
the director's from Argentina, right? Is it from Argentina?
I'm pretty sure. No, but I mean, like, maybe check that, but I'm pretty sure.
Wherever that guy is from. Listen.
Either Argentina or Uruguay, because I know Fede is...
Any director that sees that script and casts that man, and you're directing him, and you can see this happening, and you do not have the wherewithal to say, guys, man,
the optics are ridiculous.
This is not a good look, man. Do you know what they're going to say? This is the thing.
No. I know exactly what they're going to say. But he's an android.
No, it's beyond that. That one is the cheesy one. Mm. The more crazy thing is that he saved the day. He did it. How did he do it? Because they put home in it.
Oh, no.
That's the very end.
That's cheap. Oh, get away from me. Get away from her. Yeah. Because that was Andy. And that's the only thing he did.
Yeah, but that is the kind of thing that a kid does. Do you know what that's like? That's like...
No, but they will still say, well, he had his big, massive moment, which was that. Which is
an insult.
That's the whole...
He's an android. Do you know what David did in Prometheus and Covenant? Do you know what David did? David was like God, basically.
Do you know what Lars Henriksen did?
No.
At a point, he was still functioning as a head. He was saving them when he only had a head.
Listen.
Like that one,
Ian Holm in part 1, he was a head when they was talking and he was preaching. He was preaching.
No. Lance Henriksen was still helping them.
He was so amazing that even his head still helps them. Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
Listen.
No.
I'm going to say that. Listen. David. No. Listen.
That's why it's so messed up. Look at what all the androids did.
Mate. Covenant is basically David's film.
Yeah. That's it.
It's like they put 2 of them in that movie because it was so big time.
Yeah.
Every synthetic human that has appeared in the Alien franchise has been outstanding, except Andy.
Isn't that odd?
Isn't that strange?
Is that odd? So every single synthetic android has been amazing.
Not good though. I'm not talking about good. Exception.
Like Bilbo Baggins is a science. He is the science guy who has...
Do you know how crazy it is?
No.
Let me make it even crazier for you. I haven't thought about this, have you?
What?
In Romulus, who is the biggest and most smartest synthetic in Romulus?
Oh yeah, it's Bilbo.
Bilbo's half-body. Bilbo's half-body and his brain is also in Andy. So they half his body and he's doing a pattern, then his brain is actually powering Andy.
Okay,
that's one of the wildest things I've ever seen.
This is something right. Okay, and this is just...
I'm
going to put something out there. Correct to say if I'm wrong and everything, but this one will put out there. Name me a more useless android.
No, he's the most useless. Come on. What kind of quiz is that? Come on. No, come on.
Maybe I'm wrong, but like, okay.
No, but there has it, obviously. Obvious. Every android that's ever been created, the point of an android is to be smarter than people. So that's a ridiculous quiz. The issue that we should be asking is that why did you make such a useless android in the movie? Like,
okay. I'm not just asking for hours. What's the point? Okay, what does this android do?
Let me tell you.
Well, hold on. At a point, He was getting beat up, and she had to save him from getting beaten up.
This Andy, she looks after the android. She looks after. You know, when she found him being beat up, she said, "I shouldn't have left you by yourself." You said that's your address. Do you know that there are dogs, pit bulls? You know, a pit bull. You can leave a pit bull by himself. Yeah. You can leave a Rottweiler.
Like it's not ideal, but they find a way.
No. If you leave a pit bull by himself, do you know what you're scared of? Is what the pit bull is going to do to people.
Yeah.
You can leave dogs by themselves. Andy, she's worried that I left Andy by himself, an android, who is physically ridiculously strong still. But and listen, this is where the point is. Anybody watching this is going to say, yes, the reason why he's programming. Why is that in the story?
But why are you creating that situation?
Why do you create the situation that you're going to make this guy, the first black android in Alien, a dot?
So, okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Man.
Let's say the android was white.
Yeah.
It's still done.
No.
So let's just they cast a white. I'm like, okay, of what uses? Because I get what you're trying to do, but that is such a cheesy, cringe thing to sort of do. Like, oh, but his dorsal, but this now, wait now. Because here's the thing.
Have.
What?
I'm going to say something now. This is real dark.
What?
It's real dark. I'm going to tell you something real dark. The only way they could have done this is to make him black. They couldn't do this type of story with a white android. The only acceptable way to do a narrative like this is to cast somebody like that. The second you do what you're saying, what you're saying then just comes into play. Subconsciously, consciously in people's minds. If that guy was a white guy, everybody just be like, so then what's the point of this guy in the beginning of the thing? He's just helpless. He can't do anything, whatever. Then you start bringing it. You know what it starts evoking? Milk, all of those sort of films. Rain Man.
Yeah.
And you know what it would do? Let me tell you what would happen if this guy was white. If Andy was white, he'd be like Rain Man. He'd be brilliant, but just not know why he's brilliant. The point is that there is no way you're going to have a white android and have his only function for the first half of the first quarter of the film to open doors.
Okay. Let me say something.
In my opinion,
let's say a little bit darker to go there. A little bit darker. And I can say this. I'll say this. I don't care. I think white people really like this. That's kind of a character.
No, that's not a bad thing to say. That's just the truth.
I know, no, but just like that's kind of a character where, like, basically the helper. It's very key that the character has to be black.
No, but wait a minute. You're saying that is a very good point, and it's true. That's the reason why nobody's going to complain about this.
So it's like blacks as dogs, as docile.
No. It's not that. It's that he's helpless. He is docile. His main function is to protect a white woman. He will never hurt her. He will give his life for her. That is all he is there to do. He is not, they don't make you conventionally attractive. So basically, look at what David looks like, how they made him look. They made him an ideal David. When it was Lance Henriksen, they made him an ideal intellect. Home intellect. You see what I'm saying? Like they create like idealistic androids. When is this guy, for some reason, and listen, I've not seen a lot of black androids, but there have been some who are done, like, for example, one of the best ones, he's not an android. It's not even an android, so forget it. I was going to say the Star Trek guy, Next Generation. That's stupid. But you're right. Like, we haven't had any black androids in major films, right? So this is the first one. At the end of the day, look, it wasn't an accident. You don't do things like that by mistake.
No. So remember, so you're saying like look at all the androids.
Yeah.
High intellect.
Yes.
They've been exceptional.
They've been exceptional. Ideal in some way. And you have this one, and it is just weird that you do this. And it's in line with a lot of
like there's nothing exceptional about this android.
There is a lot of things that are in line about it. And what we're saying, we're laughing about it, but it is the truth. At the end of the day, this android only became useful when he came into contact with Holmes' character and you put Holmes' mind into his body. That is the only time he became useful. When you took him out of him, he went back to being what he was.
Yeah.
And it's a subconsciously, when you show that to millions of people around the world who already disrespect black people, who already disrespect Africans, who already do not see you as intelligent, do not see you as smart, for you to subconsciously put into their minds that the only way that this guy can be on a level that an android is supposed to be at in a movie like this is to put the mind of a white man into his body is ridiculous. And then on top of that, when his mind is in him, he's taking orders from this guy. That's insane, to do that. And to not watch that back and say, yo, man, we can't do this. It's crazy. And the amount of black people who are going to watch this film and will not think, who will watch what we're saying.
No,
I will have no problem with this.
I'm going to be quite interested because I don't think many people would have seen this point that we're making.
Of course not. That's what I'm saying.
I want to actually know how many people would actually respond to it because see, for us it's glaring.
It's
obvious.
It's obvious.
But how many people will
Jonsson would have noticed. Umar Jonsson.
Oh yeah. Bro, he's already right. He's already written pieces about it.
No, but you know what? Look, let me say this, right? This is the thing about the movie.
So okay, let's just wrap up.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the film.
Wait, no. Just out.
No. I mean, but like overall, okay. Here's my thing. As I said, this is not a bad film.
No, it's not bad.
But my biggest issue with this film is the amounts you're borrowing off of Alien and Aliens. If you stand on your own feet and you're not great, I can still give you credit for standing on your own feet. But the best stuff for this film are stuff that you've borrowed. The only new thing you brought into this was a human and an alien coming together, which, I'm sorry, for me, that still looks stupid.
They made it happen, though, because the thing she did to make that happen, you mean that the biggest plot points of this film is hinging on a woman making a stupid decision to inject herself when you've been told not to do that, and you've seen everything that shows you not to do that.
They should do that because she was in pain, and maybe she was in too much pain.
Because her baby was coming. It doesn't make sense. Listen, there's no logic. Let me tell you something else about this film. One of the best parts of Alien 1 is that when the facehugger went on, he was lying down with the facehugger for a while. They were monitoring it. Let me get to my point. So that in and of itself created tension. But because of the kind of movie Alien 1 was, it allowed you to have time where they were talking, discussing, what do we do? Yeah, what do we do? Do we remove it? They had all of this sort of time. When the facehugger went off him, think about the amount of time in minutes between that and when it came out of his chest. There was time. So the audience can feel, oh, everything is okay. And they did time jump within the film, whereby they've gone, they're now going to eat, whatever. So even if the minutes might be similar to what Romulus minutes was between that and that, you feel like time has gone by. In Romulus, do you know that the thing alien goes on this person's face, comes off his face in about 1 minute. After a couple of 2 more minutes, the facehugger comes out of her chest. Then about 3 minutes later, it's a big alien. What?
It's too much.
They're just because all you're trying to do is just get there. The whole thing about we just need to get to the facehugger, we need to get to the chestburster, and we need to get to the big alien and that's it. And the crazy thing is that anybody who's a real Alien fan, I'm an Alien fan. Aliens is good. I'm not saying it's not good. It's a classic, but I'm about Alien, man. Anybody who likes this franchise, you can't accept this. People will. We know they will. But it's because everybody is so desperate. Because nothing is good. Everything is, you're not getting anything. Star Wars is dead. Predator is dead. Everything is dead. So you're so desperate as fans. And listen, we're old. We are old men now. Anybody knows Talkback? This Talkback is so old. Like we started this when we were kids.
I turned 19 this year. So
okay,
no one knows my age.
Okay, fine. At the end of the day, the reason why we talk about it is because we are actual real fans. We're real. We are the guys who made this franchise what it is. And we speak to other fans out there who are real fans, not fair weather guys, not bandwagoners, not people who are just like, yeah. Because at the end of the day, go on.
Were you going to say what you would have done if you were given an alien film to do?
Oh, you said that if something... Yeah, so you were telling me that the only thing is to go to the home world, right? Yeah. The thing is that this is what I would do with Alien. Like, you would do something that would... What I've never seen is the human environment around this entire universe. You know where Weyland-Yutani is on Earth and what Earth is like, and so on and so forth. I would have been interested to see a film set in the world, the Earth, or whatever humans are doing, spawned off what happened in one of the Alien movies.
So what would the plot be? The alien is now come into the...
You could do something like that. You could do something like that. Or, effectively, they've actually managed to successfully engineer splicing an alien with humans, right? So you could then make a film that is actually about this new... Because see, they flirted with it in this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Isn't that what they did in this?
No, they flirted with it. What I'm saying is that, and Prometheus, I thought that's what I thought Prometheus was going to be, which I thought, wow, this is going to be good. That's what I thought it was. When I saw the big guys, I was like, oh man, this is new human. This is the advancements of humanity. We're going to see that too, which is why I said Prometheus is a flawed, great film, because I really believe, when he was bringing that thing out and he was a scientist, that big guy, he was the pilot of this thing. And I'm like, that is an advancement of Alien. And the reason why is that because Ridley, so he didn't want to do what he'd done before. But when Prometheus didn't do well, he then tried to redo what he did before in Covenant, and that went badly. So what I'm saying is that, and I'm not saying that, listen, I agree with you inherently. It's over, to be honest. I'm saying if you're going to go forward, this is what I'm saying. But it's actually over after part.
I think
it's over.
Essentially, it's like, especially watching this, guys. Okay, stop. Like it's done.
It's over. I mean, look. In closing, look. If you're saying this, look. This is the thing.
People are gonna. I just know exactly, because even watches. Because things are so low, the standards are so low. I can see people say, "Oh my gosh, a return back to blah blah blah."
You know what? No, real guys are not going to do that.
Oh no, I didn't say look. I just said I'm talking about general audience, because essentially, guys, this film. It's nonsense. Again, on face value, yeah, it's all right, but essentially,
no, it's a slasher movie. It's a slasher movie. So if you say a horror guy did it, this is a slasher movie that fits alongside other slasher films. Why I'm reacting the way I'm reacting is that if this was not an Alien movie, it's fine. I would not be in the cinema watching it, but it's fine. You know what I'm saying? You watch it, you eat your popcorn, you go away, you forget about it. That is unfortunate that this is an Alien film, because I'm saying that, look, you don't want to make something where you keep cheapening the franchise, which it already has been, to the point where you're just throwing things out there to try and fill a slate and just put something out. You don't want to do that. At the end of the day, I look at this and I say, nobody's going to be talking about Romulus in 18 months. Nobody. In 6 months. This film is forgotten in 2 months. There is not a single scene in this film that I would remember. Like, nothing that I'm going to go away. Remember when this happened? No. Nothing. Prometheus is littered with that. That's the movie everybody insulted. It is. There are things in Prometheus I still think about now. I'm like, man, remember that scene? Even in the beginning of the movie. Yeah. When it's like with the cloak and stuff. I'm like, there's things in our film, because I've never seen it before. No, see, but it's Sir Ridley. I think it's unfair to compare anybody to that guy. I thought it's actually unfair, because you cannot measure up to it. It's not possible. You can't.
We just want, because there's a video where Ridley Scott and Fede Álvarez are basically talking to one another, and Fede Álvarez, with all due disrespect, you shouldn't be the same room as this guy talking about filming.
Well, he's the one who invited him. You're the one
to mock him and to belittle him.
This is the thing I'll say about this. The proof is going to be done when we see the aftermath. All these films, where's Force Awakens? Everybody insulted us when we said what we said about. Where is it now? Last Jedi. Where are all of those things? We don't need to say anything. You guys are going to go forward. We've talked about this film. And listen, there's probably more that I forgot to say.
There's still a lot to say about this film.
I forgot to say, but you watch that and I say, man, oh man, Alien, this is where we're at. This is what we're doing now.
And because what they're saying is because I read one short review this is a solid start to a new, and that's the issues. The points we're making where you're just making standalone, self-contained story, beginning, middle, end. This is just this is the launch of a new
launch of a is the launch. That's the reason why you're watching it and you're seeing the ending. How are you going to end the movie the way all these other films have ended? It's the same thing. it's going to cryo, and then when we wake up, when she may not wake up, or when she wakes up, it's the same thing. It's like, that you could watch the beginning. In the beginning of this film, I'm telling you this. When Romulus started, I said that. I told you all the other stuff I predicted that came true. I said that the movie is going to end with cryo. The question is, who's going to survive?
I'm certain right that they're going to maybe a clone. They're going to get Sigourney Weaver in one of these films.
That's another thing. Why is Andy being put into cryo? You remember the other androids? They just hang out outside cryo and wait, like David and all those guys.
Why is
Andy cryo?
No, but there's from a logical point of view. Why would you put an android in cryo?
Why would you put Andy in cryo? Because you have to take care of them. Because Andy's at the point you put him in cryo, he's broken. You know that.
I want to say maybe because he's broken to present.
Yeah, because Andy, he never even made it to the other TV. He's broken, so she had to put him in there because her toy is broken. So she has to take her toy to fix. Because what did she say at the end? I'll get you fixed. I'll get you repaired.
Basically, let's be real. Andy's a human dog.
He's a puppy. He's a dog. Like, he's her pet. Like,
that's not an android. That's a pet.
The movie ends with you putting a bloody robot, a highly advanced android, in cryo sleep, and saying that you will fix him when you get a chance. Did Rain even get injured? Did she even get injured?
Wait, hold on. Did Rain slap Andy at one point?
Yeah, she slapped him. I didn't do anything. Just take it. The man whose sister died didn't touch Andy. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
He's the man whose sister died. She slaps him. Didn't somebody slap Podamaron in there?
Oh yeah. What's it called?
Listen.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this is at a point.
Laura Jen.
At a point in Romulus, there's these two ladies on the elevator where Rain makes a decision to get her out and go back for Andy. Do you know how wild that is? Like, the only two people who are even making it out of there are these two women, a pregnant woman and Rain.
Yeah.
Rain is so on point. She is so uninjured, so on point, that she has the wherewithal to be like, I'm going back for the android.
No, because I think it was at no, like, in part one, you were like, this is going to be like, she's not part of it. So you were fearful of like, how can she survive? Because it's almost as if you were put in that proposition. In Aliens, you're not dealing with a queen. So it's like, okay, this is an even huge advancement of what you faced in part one. So in both ones, you were genuinely in fear of the protagonist. In this, the situation you've created is that I've never been in fear of what could happen to this lady at all.
I will say this, and this is the last thing I will say on this, which is to this point. One of the biggest problems with this thing for me is that because you're so focused on making certain things happen for the sake of nostalgia, jump scares, like everything is a jump scare, having a teen thing that can be marketed to young kids and teenagers and stuff.
Why they all
because you're doing that, what happens is that the actual narrative plot line is completely messed up. It's a mess because you're looking at it and I'm thinking that I'm struggling to follow what is going on and the motivation for what is happening in the story. As things are happening, it's like, you know what? At a point I gave up because I said, things are now just happening. They're just happening now. This is happening. Do you know that for part of the movie, they were split up? Yeah. There were two different groups being hunted by aliens midway through the... I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you have the pregnant woman and somebody else are being hunted by aliens on this side of the thing, and then this other group, who are the main guys, are being hunted by aliens on this other side of the thing, and then you bring them together? It was damn weird. And as I said, it is because that is not what this movie is about. This movie is not actually about creating something cohesive. It's about marketability and selling. These are the demos that we're going to hit. We're going to hit all of these demos, and that's it. We don't care. Yeah, we'll figure. And you know what? The funny thing is, they've been successful. As far as when I look at that, I'm like, you know what? This film is not bad. So because it's not bad, the fact they've hit all of these things, they're going to be successful because the big point we brought up, that Andy thing is a big deal. It's a big deal. It should be a big deal. But it won't be, because there will be enough black people and minorities who will not want to say anything because they want to play respectability politics. See, talkback, we don't do respectability politics. But there are a lot of fans who want to be...
No, I cannot... Like, literally, after I'm done here, I want to see what people say about Abner.
So I'm saying, because they play respect, because they don't want to be, the race beta, you're that... But they don't want to be that guy. You see what I'm saying? And then there's people who are just coons. Like, they're just coons. Like, they actually support this sort of thing. Thing is, anybody who has watched Talkback knows that we are not black at all. Like I've said, people, Superman shouldn't be black.
Heck no.
James Bond should be what? James Bond is white. Batman is white. Superman is white.
Let me say right now. If you make Batman or Spider-Man black, I'll be the first to riot.
Okay.
Miles Morales does not exist to me. I'm sorry. Miles Morales doesn't exist to me.
But the point I'm trying to make is that that's not who we are. We're not that guy.
Yeah.
But when you blatantly do things like this, I'm just like, this is obvious. Do you know what's so crazy about this? I knew it. You can't have a movie where the smartest person in the film is a bloody black man.
That's crazy. With everything being equal, specifically since they are teens, that should be the most competent and smartest person in that whole crew.
Exactly. These are kids.
These are kids that are professionals. And you have a robot. So the robot in Android has to be the most advanced, most astute person in the whole crew.
They figured out a way to minimize the intelligence of the black guy. That's what they did. There's this story figured out a way because they were like, listen, this stuff is not conspiracy theory. Subconsciously, you were like, we've got to figure out a way that we're going to have our cake and eat it. We're going to be praised for casting a black man as an android and making him smart and doing diversity and whatever. We're going to be praised for that. Yeah. But at the same time, we're not going to rock the boat of the status quo of society by having a major motion picture where a black dude is smarter than everybody. We can't have that. And we've broken down exactly how they did that. Where by the end, the movie ends with him being dumb and it begins with him being dumb and ends with him being dumb.
Guy was a dumb.
Let me blow your mind. Let me blow your mind.
We've got about a minute left.
Let me blow your mind.
What?
How does Force Awakens end? Rey kisses him on the forehead and says, "My friend."
Yeah.
He's out cold, coma, trying to save her. This movie, he's trying to save her, and he's out cold.
Basically, this is Force Awakens 2.0.
That's crazy. I just realized this minute. Oh, you guys are messed up. Oh, that is sick. You know what? This film is trash. Forget it. Talkback is over. Talkback finished. Trash. I just realized.
No, but it's a
no, but it's the same thing.
No, but because it's autopilot. When that is what's in your subconscious, it's autopilot. So it's the same thing again and again.
It's Rey and Finn.